Hi, I'm here with Chelsea. Chelsea was actually my advisory a long time ago, so I'm excited to see her now as a adult, which is super cool. Chelsea graduated from Equipo in the class of 2022, and now she is an electrical engineering major. Can you tell us a little bit about your major and why you chose it?
Yeah. So, hi, I'm Chelsea. So, I am an electrical engineering major, and I decided to choose this major because I really liked math. And, engineering is a really heavily math based, but it's also really cool to see how these equations all tie together to real world applications. I think one of my favorite classes that I've taken so far is Circuits 2, which you just learn how to analyze circuits and find different voltages, currents, and it's really cool to see the theory behind it, and then also in labs you're able to actually build it, and it's really cool to see what you do on paper actually become real. Yeah.
That's super cool. We have a lot of students that want to be engineering majors. I feel like that's a really common major that I hear. So can you give some advice? How would somebody know engineering is the right major for them, especially when they're in high school and they may not have ever taken an engineering course?
Okay. Well, if you like math, I think engineering might be for you. You got to make sure you're willing to put in the work for it, because I'm not going to lie, my homework takes over 8 hours. You got to make sure you're down to do the things. It's really important to be, I think, curious about it, not just learning how to do the equation, but learning how and why it works the way it works. And if you're willing to tinker and, spend time on solving problems, then I think engineering might be for you.
I think that's a really great explanation. Okay, I heard through the grapevine, aka from you, that you have an internship and that you just secured that. Can you tell us a little bit about where you're interning and what you do?
Yeah. So I currently got an internship for NV Energy, and it's pretty cool. They got me stationed at a power plant right now. It's a Chuck Lindsay power plant. It's one of the biggest plants that they have. But basically what I do is learn how the plant operates, which is really cool because I get to see things that I learned from school, and not to mention things that I've learned from there and be able to apply it to what I'm learning in school. It's really helped simplify it a lot. I'm blinking.
I think I'll steal this back for a second. I think that is no, that's really cool. That's and NV Energy is a huge company. If you're an electrical engineering major, I think maybe no cooler place you could get an internship than NV Energy, especially in Southern Nevada. So that's awesome, and congratulations to you. I guess my last question for you is: I also heard you're pretty involved on campus. Can you tell us about any clubs that you've joined, any leadership positions that you have, and maybe why you think getting involved on campus is important and something our students should consider?
So currently I am in IEEE, which is the Institution for Electrical and Electronics Engineers, and it's actually a global organization. So you get to learn a lot of terms, not to mention I've seen actual IEEE rules in my internship, real world engineers that actually use it. So it's good to get involved while you're in school, to learn as much as possible, not to mention the connections. You get to build bonds with other students that also struggle in your engineering courses, and it's really good to network. And I am secretary.
Well, thank you so much, Chelsea. I think you are just the epitome of taking your passions. And when you talk about your major, it's really cool because all of your passion comes forward, and I can really see that. So it's really exciting to hear from you today. And thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.